What is up, guys? It's me, Vikkstar123, with another video in my series of commentaries where I just talk with some Black Ops 2 gameplay in the background. And what I'm talking about today, if you guys hadn't already guessed from the title and the thumbnail, standards. And you know, just standards generally increasing over time. And you know, probably a lot of people came into this expecting it to be a YouTube-based thing. Standards is kind of a term used a lot in montage making, Call of Duty montage making, and you know, over time standards have increased. And actually, I'll start it off on topic with YouTube, just because that is somewhere where, you know, in a very short amount of times, we've seen standards significantly increase. You know, 5-6 years ago, no one was doing this in the same way they are doing it now, like myself and, you know, loads and loads of other YouTubers. No one had partnerships, no one had, you know, HD capture cards, no one had, you know, quality editing software. It was a very undeveloped thing, and over time, as you guys may know, or well, maybe finding out about now, it's, you know, progressively as, you know, people have become more successful doing it and, you know, invested more into the content production, it's become something more and more, you know, advanced, something more, you know, enjoyable to watch. The product becomes better, the audience becomes bigger, that kind of thing. And anywhere you look in, you know, human history, you see this improvement, whether it's in sport. You know, world records, they're constantly beaten. And you look at, you know, Olympic records, you know, like 30, 40 years ago, now those records are beaten by kids in high school. And it just goes to show that, you know, over the space of 30 years, humans haven't changed at all. You know, technology has a huge factor, you know, factors in hugely to all of this improvement that we see. But it can even be seen in fields where technology is not present. For example, in chess, they've looked at games that were played years and years ago and compared them with games that are played today. And, you know, tactically, the games that are played now at the highest level of chess are actually more skilled games, and less mistakes are made than games, you know, 10 years ago. So something purely intellectual. Chess hasn't changed, the players haven't changed, yet there's been an improvement. And that's something that is seen everywhere, and a lot of that comes through, you know, the right kind of training, and, you know, technology helps in that, especially in sports and that kind of thing. But it's just interesting to see that these standards just keep improving and improving and improving. I mean, these are some more, you know, household examples. Think how much more powerful computers become year on year, yet the price of them goes down and down. Again, that's just advancements in technology, and it's pretty much exponential at this point, and it does lead to the wondering, you know, will it stop? When will it stop? And what kind of things are we going to be seeing moving into the future? I mean, another one, just look at cars. How many miles did your parents' car last? Probably around 50,000 years. And now if you put, you know, 200,000 miles on your new Toyota, no one would think anything of it. So it's just very interesting to see that there's, you know, these huge leaps in the standards of things we encounter, you know, on any level, on an intellectual level, on a sporting level, on a consumerism level, on, you know, electronic level. It's crazy to see, and obviously this is all driven by society, kind of the whole idea of society. You know, there's more people to be looking into these things. I guess there's more people in the world now than there were, you know, 10, 20, 30 years ago, so more people, you're bound to have more people, you know, more likely to have someone who's going to create that advancement to the next level, to the next standard point, which is interesting to look at. And will it ever reach a point when the population just becomes so large that it actually becomes a detriment, when it becomes, I mean, it already is really a problem, the overpopulation, but it's only going to continue to get worse. And it just makes you wonder, you know, when will this constant improvement of standards stop, and what will that kind of mean? And one thing that will be interesting going into the future is companies, how they manage with this shift and this constant improvement. How do they stay up to date with, you know, doing the best they can do? Because in the past, previously, it was really, you know, picking up capital to do what you want to do, doing something that's worthwhile and getting, you know, a solid employment to do that. But now companies can choose from such a vast number of people to work for their companies. It's not location based anymore. It's not as if, you know, you've got these people in this city and they need to work for you. You can pull in someone from anywhere across the world. You can outsource that work to anywhere in the world, and it becomes, you know, very much more taxing on the you know, the humans. It's really more of a human resource that's required more than anything else. You know, the capital can be acquired, it can be loaned, it can be built up. You know, businesses are started from, you know, almost no starting investment at this point in time, and it leads companies to a point where Actually, it's more about the people that are working in the corporation than what the corporation actually does and how they go about it, which is interesting to look at and an interesting way to consider things. Is it a bad thing that now, human resources become such a huge thing and people are competing for, every kind of job, so much more competition for everything? Or is that, another way of improvement, constant improvement? I mean, it makes sense in both ways. It's a good thing and a bad thing, but that's just basically what I wanted to discuss. As you see in the gameplay, could not pull off the win, even though I had 30-something kills. It's that 37 kills. But anyway, that was the gameplay and the commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, rate, and leave some thoughts in the comment section below. Check out some more videos, and I'll see you guys soon.